Hi, I'm Erin. I'm going to talk about my testimony today. I don't even know where to start with this. I grew up Christian family, household. At first, all of my family went to church. I'm the only child, so it was me, my mom, my dad. And then my dad stopped going to church, and it was just me and my mom going. And I think that confused me for a bit. I just remember a significant part of my childhood was going to the youth ministry, and my pastor at the time would ask us if we wanted to stay, just based off of, because he wanted us to know that our faith was our own choice and not our parents. So he asked us, if this is your parents' choice, then you can sit outside, but if you want to stay, you can. You don't have to. And nobody ever left, and I thought that was amazing, because God does give us the choice whether to follow him or not, and to be given that choice at such a young age was really significant for me, especially just seeing what was going on in my household at the time. I appreciated going to church on Sundays. I was really thankful that my mom did that for me. Yeah, but then I went to college and I got a boyfriend, and I walked away from Christ and was living in the world for a while. It seemed like I was just getting deeper and deeper into the world and forgetting about God. I mean, I still talk to God, but he definitely wasn't in the center of my life. I wasn't putting him first at all. And that drew me into circles that I shouldn't have been in, and having relationships that I shouldn't have been in. And then one day, years after years of living in the world, I went to a rave called EDC. And at the time, I was drinking and smoking and into a bunch of different drugs. And I hit rock bottom, and that was really, really hard for me. At that rave, I hit rock bottom. I remember not caring what happened to me, and I honestly didn't care if I was gonna die. I got out of a very, very toxic relationship and just went off the deep end, really. And at that rave, I had all sorts of things in my system, and I remember looking up at the DJ, and if you guys know who Sudden Death is, he's very I want to say it like it is. He has very demonic music, and it was really, really scary. And I remember looking up at the DJ, and the people that I went with were strangers, and they brought me into the pit. It seemed like a really, really good thing, because you get to be in the center and away from like the really big crowds. There was this row that you can be in, and on either side there was like thousands and thousands of people, and in that section you could barely move. Like, it was shoulder to shoulder, and I was so happy, because it's like, oh, look, I can run around. And I thought that everybody was nice at raves, because PLUR, which is peace, love, unity, respect, all these things that I was like, yeah, I love that. Everybody should respect each other, peace, all good things. And in that, I really saw the truth that nobody cared for each other. It was just all a facade. I remember they have these bracelets called candies, and this guy wanted to pass to somebody else on the other side, and everybody ignored him. And I remember going up to him and passing it over to who he wanted to, and they thanked me. And they had been waiting for like a long, long time to do that, and it just opened my eyes for one thing, that it wasn't what I thought it was. And then I was looking up at the DJ, and I feel like God opened my eyes to the truth. It felt like it was almost a sacrifice going on, and that terrified me. When I tell you I was so scared, I just bent down and started praying, and I thought I was gonna die. Like, I felt like I was gonna die. I felt like I was in hell. I looked around, and I'm pretty sure that's just a little bit of glimpse of what hell is like. And praying and saying, like, please, like, don't let me sorry, there's a bee. Please don't let me die tonight. I will give my life to you, Jesus, if you just don't let me die. Get me out of here. And I remember I just got up on my feet, and my feet started moving, and I just went through the crowd. I didn't even know how. I didn't know where I was going, but I ended up walking all the way back to my camp, and I just slept. And I had nightmare after nightmare that night, and I just was praying all night. I was so scared. And then I got up the next morning, packed all my stuff, left pretty much all my rave stuff, because I was really into raves at that time. and gave it to the people who hosted me, and said, I have to go. I'm gonna go home. Thank you guys, but I'm out. And I remember hanging out with them previously in the week. They told me, don't be like us. And I feel like God was speaking through them to me in that moment. And at the time, I didn't think it was so significant. But looking back on it now, I didn't want to be like that. They were a lot older than me, and they were saying that, you're so young, Erin. You shouldn't be doing like all the stuff we're doing. You need to, don't be like us. And that takes a lot of like humility to say that. And I appreciate them for being so honest with me. And it made me take a look in the mirror of where my life was going. And God saved me in that moment. And after that, I rededicated my life to Christ. Started going to church with my cousin, which was so much fun. We went to Circuit Riders, which I love Circuit Riders. And then I moved to San Francisco for school, and I got involved with Christian groups there. And I'm walking with God now, and I'm really, really excited to see where He takes me in this life. I'm not 100% sure of what each episode is going to entail, but God will give me guidance on what to say. And if you guys have anything you want me to discuss, I will definitely pray about it. Just put it in the comments below, and I will, like I said, pray about it and ask God to give me guidance on how to talk about it. Yeah, I'm really excited for this podcast, and thank you guys so much for listening. It is called The Do-Over, because with God we get another chance at life, and every day is a new day and a new chance to be His humble servant. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see where God takes us, and welcome to the podcast. Okay, bye guys.
Oh, and I don't want to lose my soul chasing after things that